You're watching Around the Bay Sport live on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. And here are your hosts.
I'm Amon.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Jesse. And we are
Around
The
Bay.
Sports. We got an interesting show for you today. We're going to be talking some college and some NFL football. I think we're going to start with college, though. Amon, would you like to take this one away?
For sure.
Fair.
So, guys, Saturday was quite an exciting game. We'll go to our rant. We got the Notre Dame boys here. They're going to do their ranting, unfortunately, in that epic game. But there's been one exciting game, and that might be the most exciting one we have this season. Georgia and Tennessee. Tennessee has, in all their meetings, I believe they have not faced Georgia at home.
beat Georgia.
They never beat Georgia. Georgia's always had Tennessee's number. We know Tennessee beating Alabama. You know that crazy fiasco. I mean, they have all the big games, LSU. But this was the game that I feel like they had to win it. And that game was a shootout, back and forth. I mean, look at that. Tennessee was up 21-7 over Georgia. These two QBs literally went to war. It was a battle for the South. And you could see 20 points in the third and the fourth quarter, second and third quarter. And just enough to force a tie. And then it went to overtime. Tennessee settled for 3. Georgia closed it in front of that Tennessee crowd. I mean, something about SEC stadiums. They should host Super Bowls. Honestly, they have enough to fill like a Super Bowl crowd. It's insane. But yeah, guys, what did you like? Let's do a breakdown. What do you like? Have you guys seen this game? What's your takes?
I saw this game live. Crazy game, as Amon just said. Georgia was down 21-7. Usually, Georgia doesn't get it down that early, in the game, right? Especially a game like this. But I had a sense that Georgia were going to come back some point in the game, but I thought it was going to take until the fourth quarter. But Georgia came back, and then Tennessee scored. They ended up by 8, and then Gunnar Stockton, the QB of Georgia, just threw an insane throw on 4th down, threw a touchdown, and then got the 2. And then Tennessee, they had a chance to win the game with a field goal at the end of the fourth quarter. And somehow he missed it, and then the game went to overtime. And, they thought the field would be good. Even the QB from the Tennessee thought it was going to be good. But went to overtime. Tennessee got the ball first. They settled for 3. And then Georgia scored a touchdown. There was reviewing, seeing if it was a touchdown or not. But overall, it was a great game. Tennessee have not beat Georgia since the Jawan Jennings touchdown back in 2016. So that's the last time Tennessee has beat Georgia. But what a way to start SEC.
I mean, it's crazy. For me, I was watching my Badgers, and honestly, I'm not really too disappointed in them because the way they play was enough. Though, yes, they lost pretty bad, but I'm not really too upset at them, honestly. But after that game, I know this game was something to watch, but all my energy was kind of wasted on it. But I just catch the ending and Georgia winning in overtime. But I was checking, I was like, whoa. I didn't know it was 21-7. It was it was 21-20. And then it just kept going and going. I'm like, I got to check in here. Jack, I bet you saw this game. What's your takes? What did you like?
Yeah, I watched near the end of this game. I don't recall, I was watching some other game before, but I was decided to put this one on, and I saw that Tennessee had the ball, not much time remaining, and they were in field goal range. And then that kid, I'm not sure what his name is, missed a field goal, so that's Honestly, Tennessee should have won that game with that field goal. But I mean, when you're a college kid, you're never guaranteed to make it. You have like the same odds that as Jake Moody making the field goal. It's like geez, you know what I mean? Like Max Gilbert, who's the kicker, his longest he made was 48. I'm not sure how long the attempt was for like near the end of the game, but it's very unfortunate because I picked Tennessee. I picked Tennessee to. I think I picked Tennessee to upset Georgia because
I mean, this game could have been either way, honestly.
Yeah.
But
honestly, in my honest opinion, Tennessee played better than Georgia did.
Yep.
Like, yeah, sure, Georgia had the better QBR rating, but the Tennessee quarterback, Joey Aguilar, passed 371 for 4 touchdowns. He played really impressive, and the rushing was pretty decent too. Now they didn't rush as well as Georgia did, but yeah, there was a guy on Tennessee that almost had 200 yards receiving, and they had 3 touchdowns on that. But I mean, the result speaks for itself. Georgia went into OT, and Tennessee got a field goal. Then Georgia said, "Yeah, we're going to finish it off," and scored a touchdown, and that was ball game. So Georgia was, well, walking in, they were the better team, and they walked out with the W.
All right, let's go to the Clemson game. So Clemson gets upsetted by Georgia Tech, and I said Georgia Tech needs to be ranked, and they did. They got ranked. They well deserved. Let's see. Give time to find the game. There it is, right there, next to Oklahoma.
There it is, the third. Yeah, yeah, right there. Yep.
So yeah, Clemson was number 4 in the nation.
Yeah,
It's up to LSU. They go to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has, I think they're like 6-0 or something every time they face a ranked opponent at home.
Yeah.
And I don't know, guys. What's going on with Dabo Swinney? Is out, like he's been a great coach through the years, but
yeah. The thing about Clemson is one of, they're an ACC team, so they have like pretty good expectations, and so far this year they've been one of the more disappointing teams, unlike the other team that I'm going to be ranting about soon. But they're not performing well. Like, I'm surprised they're even ranked. I'm surprised they're ranked 12th, in spite of them now being 1 and 2. I'm not sure what they're ranked right now, but Georgia Tech was the better team record-wise, and they definitely proved it in the game. And Clemson is just blowing it, and that Coach Swinney, his job might be in risk. Honestly, I think
this well-put chapter.
Like, I think
for the school, it's like
I think he's definitely gonna get fired. And if there's like an available coaching job, quite possibly even in the NFL, is like anything, he might get hired there, or he's gonna be hired elsewhere for college. But I mean, he's not gonna be jobless if he gets fired by Clemson because he's a good coach. His team is just struggling right now.
Yeah, like I saw, it's like when I saw Georgia Tech and Clemson, it's like I kind of feeling he's going to get upset again because Georgia Tech is a good team, and like I just knew, I just had a feeling. Haynes King didn't outthrow a touchdown, 20 for 28. Give it to their halfback. And not only that, he ran for 25 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. 25 scrambling carries for 103 and a touchdown. I mean, that alone says it. I mean, you can see the scoreboard, 13-7. Then Clemson started to wake up a little bit. It was right down the wire pretty much. Clemson did score, and then Georgia Tech scored a tie, and then Georgia Tech. You know, we've seen them with clutch moments. They did it with Florida State and Dublin, and they did it again. I mean, well deserved. They're definitely have to be ranked. I hope maybe if they can pull up some bigger wins, they could really maybe work their way up the rankings. But
that Georgia and Georgia Tech game, I think that's happening this year. That game's going to be interesting.
Facts.
All right, Drew, what's your take? I don't know if you heard from you.
I didn't watch this game. I only saw the ending. Yeah, just shout out to the kicker from Georgia Tech. That was like a long. It was probably can't remember how long. I think it was like 50 plus. It might be 50 to
I
60,
think it was 54, something like that.
54, something like that. But yeah, that far kick. Yeah, shout out to Georgia Tech. They always do good when a ranked opponent comes. So shout out to them. And obviously the game versus Georgia went to 8 overtime last year. So we'll see if that's going to happen this year. But I don't think that's going to happen.
All right, Jesse, actually go back down. I saw a score that was very interesting. Go to the Iowa State game. It caught my eye. Go to the Iowa State game. There, next to the Texas matchup. Go down. Right there. That one. 24-16. Like, let's see. Let's look at this. It was 9-0. Then, wow.
17-10.
17-10. And then Iowa State woke up. This was a close call. The Sun Belt almost pulled off to upset the Big 12 at home. Wasn't that? Could you imagine Arkansas State pull off that upset? Got Rayner won 222 and scrambled for 83 yards. I mean, sorry, this caught my eye. I was like, wow, 24-16. Usually you see those type of matchups with often like a blowout. But
Yeah.
Arkansas State.
The interesting thing about this game is this was Iowa State's first away game. So that could be a little concerning for them going when they go to road games.
Yeah, that's a little concerning for non-conference matchups. I just saw that. All right, let's actually. Should we guys want to break down Manning's game against UTEP or no?
No,
Okay.
No.
it's UTEP. You know, no.
No. You know, you got some booze and stuff, but yeah, no.
Michigan, biggest win deficit in 50 seasons. What else we got? Andy with the upset, 31-7. That was expected. Got that with the upset. 49-12. Ohio State, Texas. 2010. Scroll up a little bit. Let's see. I just want to see any other intriguing matchups. So at least USC is not the worst team in the Big Ten. It's still Purdue. South Alabama didn't do too bad. Couldn't close the gap.
They beat your team, so.
No, South Alabama.
Oh, South Alabama.
So Mississippi surviving the SEC over Arkansas.
And then obviously LSU surviving Florida, but we don't have to talk about LSU. Should we just talk about the game that made Jack and I?
Do we do it?
Might as well.
Go ahead. I'm going last, by the way. I'm just going to say that just now.
So, guys, I mean, yes, the Georgia game was very exciting, but the Aggies going to South Bend, they have met before in Texas in the Aggie world.
Last year.
But they went to South Bend. We thought, I mean, for Notre Dame, this is still a pretty tough matchup because Texas A&M is also a well-put team. And, I mean, I heard it on the radio, on Sirius XM, on the Aggies radio. I heard on their side of it, of the final play, that got them the lead and hearing the last moments. But I remember seeing that replay, and the coach, when he saw the Notre Dame coach, was like, he didn't feel, of course he wasn't, well, of course he felt beat, but it was just like, can't believe it happened, you know? He just had this smug look in his face. And, I mean, what a game. 41-40. I mean, yes, should have Notre Dame won this? Absolutely. They could have. They had a moment on what was it, 3rd and goal or something? It was on a 3rd and. Was it? I know Texas was in the red zone. I don't know what down it was, but that got them the lead.
That was a 4th down.
It was 4th down, yeah, 4th and goal. At I don't know, it was 5 or 6 yard line or something.
Something like that.
And the play they made, and it was just because if you see the score, 14-7, then the Aggies scored 21 unanswered to 10 to the Irish, and they could pretty much take the lead by 4. Then the Irish retake the lead in the 4th, but the Aggies on that last tough drive to take the lead. So we're going to hand it to the Irish guys. We'll go. Of course, Jack wants to go last because
Yeah. Okay.
you know why. And
He'll
so
hit you more violently, like
finally, Drew, the serious Notre Dame fan, the more of the mild tempered one. You go first.
Yep. So obviously this game was a great game, obviously, but obviously we wish we got the W. But
The Irish are still ranked.
the Irish are still ranked, but we had the biggest drop in this ranking. We had 2 weeks to prepare for this game because last week we had a bye week, and I don't know why we had an early bye week, but don't ask me. But it was a great game. Defense, obviously, they allowed 21 points in the second quarter, so that was unacceptable on that part. And I don't know, they just didn't play well. Whoever was the kick holder for that Notre Dame team, please bench him because don't know what he was doing. Like seriously, like I don't know what he was doing, but I'm just please bench him because he cost us a game. And obviously our defense didn't do well either. So, and I don't know why, but we had one chance to beat them in the fourth down and fourth and goal, and it didn't go well. And yeah, but yeah, let's go to the tender.
Let's go to the one that's been a fan since childhood.
Well,
Yeah.
not since like childhood, since I like started to watch like football slowly as a kid.
Seeming like a bull right now.
Jack, or yours?
Notre Dame is supposed to be one of the top football schools in the entire country. One of the most one of the greatest college football franchise teams in history. Went to the championship last year against Ohio State and lost. And you fast forward one off season, and they look like complete mediocrity. First off, I don't know why they didn't go to the transfer portal and just get a quarterback there, and instead you go all in on your money for a redshirt freshman, and he's not bad, but he has poor decision making. I don't know how he's a starting quarterback in college football. He could probably start in Division II, but he sure as hell can't start in Division I. You lost to a team that you have not lost to in 11 years. And all of a sudden, you let Texas A&M come into your house, and you make their entire team look like former legends on Texas A&M. You made the quarterback look like a second coming of Johnny Manziel. You made the running back look like You made the running back look like the greatest running back in Texas A&M history, Travion Williams, and you made Carver catch over 200 yards, and you made him look like Mike Evans. I just don't understand how you go to your first home game and lose to a team you have not lost to in 11 years. The quarterback almost threw for 300 yards, but he threw an interception that was very, very costly. The blocking is okay. Jeremiah Love played very well. He almost ran for 100 yards. But Marcus Freeman is really starting to piss me off. Okay, anyone with a brain cell knows you would never start a freshman. I don't care if you're a freshman. I don't know what the difference is between a freshman and a redshirt freshman, but you don't start either of those, period, because you are seriously gambling your entire season. And this is the first time that any team in college football history has been an unranked team and gone 0-2 since 1988. And now Notre Dame is in that, and now Notre Dame is that team. I said they were going to drop out of the top 15 if they would lose this game. They're 24th. They're on the brink of literally their entire season destroyed. Their season's pretty much done. They're not going to make the college football playoffs, at all. But now you're about to play against, as Notre Dame, Purdue and Notre Dame rivals, so I call them Purdue. You're playing against them, and if you lose to them, this season is officially done, and I'm not going to talk about them on this podcast or for the entire rest of the time whatsoever. Because you lost to a team that is not that good. I understand you lost to Miami because Miami has proven why they're really good. But Texas A&M is not that freaking good. You made all of those guys I just mentioned look like God, the football gods, and put them in college football uniforms. And the coach doesn't know what he's doing. My dad and his Notre Dame friends all like, what the, they're losing their minds. I just don't get why they're playing such mediocrity. They should have gone to the transfer portal and get a quarterback there. They have a good team, and a couple of the refs' calls were bullcrap, by the way. One of them potentially pretty much costed the whole game. And in that last defensive play, you call timeout, and you still leave a guy pretty much open, and you can't defend him. Notre Dame honestly should be ashamed of themselves. They're a disgrace to college football right now, and as a Notre Dame fan, they're a complete embarrassment.
Do you have any Notre Dame fans in the chat that want to at least have some comments about?
It is a damn circus in South Bend right now. I've been to one Notre Dame game in my life. They played against Navy, I believe. It was at where the Baltimore Ravens played, but there's no hope.
If Notre Dame
right now,
it
is just a clown show. It is a circus like I saw near the mall that I go to. That's where Notre Dame pretty much plays right now, in a damn circus. Because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
All right. Since USC obliterated Purdue 55-10, if Notre Dame, if you can at least get close to that, you're off the hook.
No, Notre Dame should just win. Doesn't matter how much. Doesn't matter by
how much we score.
Notre Dame should have won this game very, very easily. Because I don't care who Texas A&M has got on their team. Notre Dame is one of the best college teams in the entire nation. You could say Georgia, Ohio State, and all those mid-ass teams. I don't care that Ohio State is number one. Notre Dame is one of the best out there, and yet they're looking like complete garbage. Enough. That should be the last loss of the entire season. If you lose one more game, you're cooked.
Go
ahead. I'm starting to get all sweaty now.
All right. Well, let's just do our quick picks for next week. So, Jesse, can you scroll to all the upcoming games? Let's do our quick picks here before we get to the real thing.
The real thing, facts. Oh, we got a comment.
Oh yeah. Also, one more thing: the guy who was the placeholder, he should not show his face on campus for the entire week. He's not going to go on a date. All of his classes are going to suck. He's going to fail his grades. I would just take a whole week off and just go to the next game and learn how to hold a damn football, or be re-educated on how to do it, or get his ass off the campus.
Taking the Cancun.
God. Taking the Cancun or very Galveston, like what Charles Barkley said.
All right.
Oh yeah, let's do the picks.
All right, so our first game, Texas Tech against Utah on Big Noon Saturday on Fox.
Whew.
Big 12 in Utah.
Yep.
Red Utah. Raiders against the Utes. Who you got? I think I'm going to go Texas Tech.
I'm going Texas Tech. Utah 10 to.
These are games next week, right?
Yeah, next week.
Well, I mean, this upcoming week, but yeah, okay.
This Saturday. This Saturday, yeah.
You said who's playing who?
Texas Tech and
Utah.
The Big 12. Open.
I got Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. Yeah. So all three of us got Texas Tech. All right.
The Civil War. Go to Oregon State, Oregon. I wonder if they're going to show the spread. Maybe?
No, that's
going to be Oregon. Moving on.
Oregon, yeah.
Moving on.
This is Oklahoma, Auburn, Oklahoma.
The Red River.
Honestly, okay. So before I continue, I want to throw this out there. We should only predict the games that are actually good games, not going to be good. That are actually going to be good games.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I feel like Auburn and Oklahoma is going to be good.
So let's do Red River rivalry. I can't say it right. Wait, is it the Red River? No, what's this? No, this is the Auburn, Oklahoma. What's that? That's a rival, right?
You think of Oklahoma, Texas.
I am. Okay. Well, Auburn, Oklahoma. I mean,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I'm going to do Auburn.
By the way, just got word. Apparently, Florida's assistant coach got suspended for 3 games. Apparently, he was involved in an altercation in last Saturday's game between them and LSU.
Right. Yeah. Well, we know about Notre Dame's game.
Yeah. I don't honestly. I don't even know if I want to pick Notre Dame this week. Maybe I go opposite. Maybe I just go with the team that I think is actually going to win instead of just being biased.
All right.
I'm not picking Purdue though, and I'm not picking Notre Dame. I'm just going to ignore that game.
Okay.
Yeah, facts.
Illinois, Indiana. That's a good one. That's a good game.
I got Illinois. Indiana's more basketball.
True.
Well, they stepped it on recently for football. So.
They have stepped it up.
Last year, Indiana had a cupcake schedule.
Matchup. That's a good game.
Yeah, that's a Big Ten game.
Illinois is pretty strong. I'm going to Indiana for the upset.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe
I feel like last year Indiana was pretty good, but thing is,
he's right.
you play all the wins were against non-ranked teams. And all the 2 losses were against ranked teams, like loss against Ohio State, and then the losses against Notre Dame. Obviously, those are high competitive games. You know, this is going to be a high competitive game. So I'm gonna say Illinois. I mean that's it. What?
I mean, Florida, Miami. Florida's struggling. South Carolina against Missouri. South Carolina probably bounce back. But Missouri's good. But is that any more? We scroll down.
I think that's it, right?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Michigan State, USC.
All right, let's go to the NFL. Jesse.
It's time for the main reason why we're here.
Well, let's talk about the games. Let's talk about first games, then predictions.
Can you get rid of the college?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Okay. I started the Commanders-Packers game.
Aman, would you like to take this one away, watching this one closely as a Packers fan?
I was doing our podcast at the same time, so I caught enough. But yeah, Packers. I mean, yeah, so it was 27-18, but it was pretty much garbage points. It was really over by it was like 27 to like 6. So yeah, I mean, you guys, you've seen this Packers team. It's just right now they're starting strong, and they're probably gonna keep going. They got the Browns coming up, but then tough competition still on its way. But right now, Packers looking good. It's still so odd seeing Micah Parsons in the green and white. It's just when I saw him and just in the Packers, I just can't believe it. It's just like it's unbelievable. But I mean, Daniels is having a little sophomore. I don't know what's the term. Sophomore
slump.
Having a little of that, but he'll definitely. He's injured at the moment. We'll see if he plays next week, but.
I heard that he's doubtful.
He is doubtful. Okay, but
I heard it's probably not true, but
yeah, I mean, Packers looking good. There's not really much to say, honestly. It's just they're just low. But let's talk about probably
game of the year.
Probably, I don't know, game of the year.
No, it's definitely
not game of the year.
The most unexpected game. The rival that's been going on through years and years of football. Good old rival of Cowboys-Giants.
Yeah, that game was insane.
Russell Wilson when prime. Well, Jesse, hey, I think I've taken over now. Jesse, you take over.
Yeah, this is an interesting game. I was watching this game on the side on Sunday. They just had a battle back and forth, Dallas and New York. I thought the Giants were going to win that, but then Brandon Aubrey, who had a great game, he made. Hang on, sorry.
Yeah,
I believe he made 5 kicks, one of them being a 64-yarder. I think the 64-yarder sent it into overtime, and then he was able to win it in overtime. Yeah, just a great win for the Cowboys and a devastating loss for the Giants, who played really bad week 1. But I think this is to know exactly where you're at against a division rival, only losing by 3 points in overtime, I think that's actually a win for the Giants. I know you don't count moral victories. But, Jack, what did you think of this game?
I think this is definitely a good candidate for game of the year, so like a very early game of the year so far. Everybody played very well, but there was no defense, so it was all offense, so everybody likes that. Russell Wilson played his ass off. I know he went to overtime, but he still passed 30 or 41 with 450 yards. It's like, did we go back in time and bring Seattle Seahawks Russell Wilson like to here with 3 touchdown passes? And when he threw that during the game-winning touchdown, Malik Neighbors, when he caught that, there was a hand in his face, so he couldn't even see anything, and he still caught it. And he put up an insane 9 catches for 167 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's very unfortunate that the Giants won this game, but this is also very promising for them, so they can try to use a similar formula against other teams next week, and so on for the rest of the season.
Will Russell Wilson keep that stature? That's the other thing. Because what he did, it was just flashbacks to the Gen Z's, to the millennials a little bit. But yeah, I mean, like, what a game! I mean, fantasy wise, if you guys had Neighbors, heck, if you guys didn't have Russell Wilson, you guys probably should have started him.
Or in the kicker for Dallas.
Because college football entered the NFL in that game, or Madden just came in and started pretty much made everyone like if they were playing on rookie difficulty. So it's just what a game. Sure, probably a good candidate for game of the year for playing football ahead. Yeah, what an exciting game. Because the reason, Drew, I'm sorry, had your take in that game?
Yeah, I was able to watch the ending of that game, and it's just crazy that the Giants thought they had to win. Malik Neighbors did the night. I don't know about that celebration, but there was still time on the clock, and then Brandon Audrey drilled a 64-yarder, and he went into the ending overtime. I want to say game of the year, but it's one of the best games so far this year, competing with Buffalo and Baltimore and many other games. But it's an early candidate for a game of the year, and yeah, it's a great game, and we saw primetime Russell Wilson, and yeah, it's a great game overall. Love it.
Yeah, I think we could talk about the next game now, that being the Seahawks Steelers game. This game I didn't pay too much attention to, but
there's actually one thing that happened. First time ever.
What was that?
The kicking team scored a touchdown off the kicking rule.
Oh yeah, I saw that actually. Because
so the player was trying, of course, going for the catch, but it hit the zone, and I don't know if he just gave up, but he actually was trying. Like, he picked it up, but he assumed since it bounced, it would be a touchback. But since it was in the zone, it was actually still a live ball. But also they did replay. And unfortunately, he actually just grimaced it. So it was still alive no matter what, and Seattle recovered it. And that makes some Steelers fans angry.
Yeah, the ball landed after landing in the landing zone, it went into the end zone, and then the Seahawks recovered it for a touchdown for the first time since that new rule. Before that would have been a touchback once it landed in the end zone.
Why didn't one of the Steelers guys get it and just break it?
I don't think.
I don't think he knew the rules.
I don't think
since it's still new.
Yes, he wasn't probably educated about it.
No,
but at least A-Rod had week 1 was like vintage A-Rod. That game, nope. I think went to Russell Wilson.
Can I tell you something that I am surprised about for the Steelers? They are known for their defense. They are giving up a lot of points through 2 weeks of football.
Yeah,
they have not looked good.
That is concerning if you're the Steelers, because you have one of the best defenders in T.J. Watt, and yet you're giving up over 30 points per game so far in 2 weeks. You've given up combined with that, you've probably given
60 plus.
60 plus, and that's giving up that many points in 2 games. That doesn't make you a good team.
No, it does
So,
not.
so far, the Steelers are awful defensively, and yet I'm the one that has them in fantasy, so I gotta probably get rid of them.
I have on my other team. Last week they gave me -2 points. This week they gave me 1 point. So yeah, I probably have to drop them also.
I think maybe the story defense we once knew is just it's like a time. We have to change. We have to adjust for what.
I think we could skip the Rams and Titans game since that was a major blowout. It looks like the
And the
Titans.
Bills Jets
feel
game
bad
too.
for the Jets because I felt could this not maybe win this game, but at least keep it close.
Honestly, I think the Jets just caught the Steelers off. I mean, the Jets caught the Steelers off guard.
Yeah, that was week one.
That's why that was that game, because people don't really expect too much from Justin Fields and the Jets, and they came out and they underestimated their opponent. So and as someone who's played, that's what happens. I mean, it happens all the time, and you go all of a sudden you come crashing back to earth and are only held to 10 points.
I kind of knew Buffalo was going to have a good defensive showing after not
and
showing
plus,
up on Sunday
and
night.
plus they're the Bills. They've been owning the Jets for the past 5 years now.
Yep, since their head coach has been there.
Yeah, and since Josh Allen's been there.
Yep.
Well, let's give a round of applause. Let's get the applause thing. Let's play the applause because
For who?
for the Patriots.
I will never do that for the Patriots, but
Yeah,
since you asked,
why don't you ask a Raiders fan to do that?
For Mike Vrabel.
no, I don't like Mike. I didn't like him with.
Yeah, why don't you play the boo music? Why don't you play the boo music instead?
Oh, wait, how do I get this?
Also, okay, I got when you're done with that, I got a lot of stuff.
Okay, there. I did the applause. Congratulations on your first win. I still hate the Patriots. Not as much as I hate the Chiefs now, but Tom Brady from Without Football, even he admitted it.
I know what I'm about to say or shouldn't be saying, but can you do the NFL mind instead of this mind?
I am on that mind. For the past 20 years, the Patriots have been the most dominant team in the NFL. And then once Tom Brady left, they're a shell of themselves. They don't even make the playoffs anymore. They had their time to shine. I don't like Mike Vrabel as a coach, and I don't like the Patriots.
What's wrong with Mike Vrabel?
Yeah, that's why
I feel like he ruined Tennessee's offense.
Yeah, but he was a good defensive coach.
He's a good defensive coach, but he ruined their offense consistently.
You think that's why Derek Henry left?
Yes.
Yeah,
Didn't they also have another star wide receiver that left?
Um,
Was it AJ Brown or?
Yeah, AJ Brown got traded.
Yeah, he traded AJ Brown away.
Because if they still had that team, like they still had AJ Brown and Derrick Henry, they're one of the best teams in football.
Yeah, they did this after going to the AFC Championship against the Chiefs.
Yeah,
they trade one of their best wide receivers.
That Super Bowl literally should have been between the Titans and the Niners. That would have been insane. That would have been even more insane Super Bowl.
Yes.
But
all right, I have a question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Are the Dolphins gonna have a top 10 pick this year?
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Okay.
I think McDaniels is fired, and Tua is cut.
I think I've been saying this for a little bit. I think Tyreek Hill is going to request a trade soon. It might not be this week or the week after, but he's going to do it. Even if it's like at the end of the season, he still doesn't do it. He's going to do it once the season's over.
I don't know if it was before the game, but even after the game, or I don't know if it was before or after, but there was even like a player meeting.
Yeah, I think people are calling for Mike McDaniel's job. Maybe Mike McDaniel's comes back to the Niners as like a offensive specialist or something.
Yeah,
that could be that is a. What are you talking about? Of course we need that. That is definitely a possibility, I've heard. But Tua, he did throw over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Tyreek Hill caught for over 100 yards receiving. And the thing is, the defense doesn't look consistent, and you can't really blame the whole thing on Tua because at the end of the day, the Dolphins gave up 3 touchdowns to Drake May. This is a defensive problem. Like offensive, it's not too it's been kind of an issue, but defense right now is their biggest concern. You give up 3 touchdowns to Drake May, something is wrong.
We just had probably his best game in his career.
That was the best game of his career.
It's gonna be
All right, let's go to the battle of the jungle, where the Jags somehow should have won this game. Unfortunately.
Yep. Jaguars lost to the Bengals, but I think the bigger story of this is Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
He's going to be out for 3 months
Yeah.
And
with
I've heard
toe injury.
I've heard on
Okay.
some podcasts that like turf toe can take your career out.
Yeah, turf toe. There's like a certain like amount of like grade levels for turf toe. When Brock Purdy got hurt, he only got a level 1. So it's thankful that happened. Because if he was in Joe Burrow's situation, you'd be looking at Mac Jones to start the rest of the year for the Niners. But now it's for the Bengals. Joe Burrow is not going to be playing. I heard his like back minimum will be till New Year's Day. So you got to wait a while to see Joe Burrow back. Now, Jake Browning is a decent quarterback, but he's no Joe Burrow. I'm surprised they still won the game in spite of Joe Burrow getting hurt. But if you're a Bengals fan, it's a bad week to be a Bengals fan.
Do you think the Bengals call the Falcons in regards to Kirk Cousins?
I don't think so. I don't think Kirk Cousins is really a worthy starting anymore.
They can't take that bit of a contract.
Yeah.
If they are trying to win the Super Bowl, because they are 2-0 right now, even though their offenses look like trash,
Sure.
I would take that swing and then just dump them at the end of the season.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna take a penalty off of that.
No, you couldn't.
If they,
But
I would-
what about
I
other?
would-
Because I think Jane Browning is a decent quarterback.
I mean, he's had
You should-
moments.
Like, and you still have like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and that other running back too. I don't remember what his name is.
Because sometimes in fantasy wise, or when you're starting QB of a key receiver you have is out, it's skeptical. Do you start him? Don't start him because you're not sure would the backup throw to him more, or is going to keep throwing to him last one like red zone. You know. But yeah, let's just get to the Niner game, I guess. 26-21.
I watched this game. I thought it was really interesting. I felt like the Saints kept it close for a minute there, but credit to Mac Jones. He had a really good game this week. The Saints, for 2 weeks in a row, they've hung around long enough to keep
Like
their team
Kellen?
in the game.
Like Kellen Moore has something. It's there.
He just doesn't have the talent yet.
He just needs a
That he
build
needs.
talent.
Yeah. I thought this was a very good game by the Niners. I was also kind of impressed on how Spencer Rattler played, even though he hasn't won like a starting game yet in his career. And
That's sad.
yeah, it's I think he's like 0-8 so far.
Yeah.
But I'll give the Saints credit. They gave the Niners they gave him a hard time. The Niners defense, like, they could have played a lot better, obviously, but in the end, Bryce Huff came up huge in that sack and the forced fumble and pretty much won the game, and the Eagles made a mistake letting him go.
Can I just say that this is the second week in the row that the defense is that the 49ers defense made a game-ending play. Last week it was Bosa's fumble. This
Yes.
week it was I don't know his name.
Yeah,
Could you
Bryce
say it
Huff.
again?
Bryce
Bryce Huff's
Yeah.
forced fumble. So yeah, they're Robert Saleh. I hate to say it, but I feel like he's going to be a head coach again after this season.
Okay, but he can't take – okay, if he should go anywhere, though, it shouldn't be for, like, a horrible team like the Jets. Because if he does that, it's going to be bad for his career.
At
And
that
also-
point, though, what job is he supposed to take?
I mean,
The only teams that are looking for a new head coach are horrible teams that had a horrible season.
Pretty soon, though, the Dolphins might be looking for a new head coach.
I don't think he wants any part of that disaster because they are on the wrong end right now.
Jags got a new coach. Sean Payne in Denver. The Colts. Daniel Jones is keeping the Colts coach.
Yeah, I'm shocked. But continuing about the Niners,
I mean, shoot, go to the Bears.
I was very impressed by how big Mac Jones played. He's given the Jones a great name now, and Daniel Jones too. Also, Mac Jones
Indiana Jones.
pretty much 279 yards and 3 touchdown passes. Maybe this is how Mac Jones would have looked if the Niners drafted him, but who knows? Because I don't know if you guys do, but this is the guy Kyle Shanahan wanted to draft when they drafted Trey Lance instead. Like,
Yeah,
now
I did hear reports about that.
But as for the Saints, they played pretty impressively for I mean, they were just very impressive. I think the Saints are going to trade Alvin Kamara. I think he might, if the Chiefs continue to struggle, because they don't really have a running back right now, and I think Pacheco is hurt or something or struggling. I could see the Chiefs going for Kamara, and Kamara would be a part of the Chiefs. I could see that happening. But as for everybody else, I mean, Niners win once again, thanks to the defense. The offense still played very well, but kept it way too close against a team like the Saints.
Yes.
That I'm a little concerned about for the future.
Well, Joe Flacco, his last game in Baltimore and probably his career.
I don't think we need to talk much about this. The Browns, their 3-quarterback system that they have, it is not working. Joe Flacco, I don't think, can play football anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I said he shouldn't have started to begin with.
Bears being the Bears.
That is interesting to me because I thought Ben Johnson would be able to rally this team, and
But
instead
he's making them look like the typical the Bears.
Yes, he's too much. There's too much offense. There's not enough defense.
I mean, besides, Dan Campbell knows every bit about Ben Johnson, so I'm pretty sure he had it figured out anyway.
Drew, did you watch this game?
The Lions game? No, I watched the Niners game, and like Jack.
Oh, sorry. What was your take on the Niners game? Sorry, we didn't get to you about that one.
Honestly, I was shocked. Like everyone else, shocked about how Mac Jones played. I thought he was gonna have. Yeah, that's a Jones for Jack, but yeah, I thought he's gonna have a mediocre game, but like he didn't look mediocre to me. Obviously, we want him about defense, and I wish there's a couple of drives there where the offense didn't look good. Like Juwan Jennings could cut at least 2 more. I don't know. It was like one third down.
Yeah, Drew. Getting to your point, if Juwan Jennings has like those 2 key catches, the game would have ended already during that.
Yeah,
time.
The game would end if he caught those 2 passes.
Good bringing that up, Drew. Appreciate that.
And then obviously, didn't expect Spencer Rodgers to have a game that he had, and proud of him. But yeah, it's something we gotta do. But on to week 3.
I think we could talk about my favorite game of the week, actually, the Broncos and the Colts.
Honestly, this should
be
on Fox.
Just look at the scoring here. This is not a typical NFL score, 29-28.
Yeah, it really is.
That's a lot.
Well, I can't even say baseball like basketball, but yeah.
A lot has to happen in order to get this type of score in football.
And it did.
Yes.
Indiana Jones. I'm telling you, I think it's like the Colts should have drafted Daniel Jones.
Can we talk about the?
I think Daniel Jones was just not right for him to be in New York. Maybe that's it.
Maybe the fit wasn't there.
The Giants made Eli Manning look horrible at the end of his career. So, yeah, I think it is a case of he was on a horrible team.
Yeah, maybe it's just a New York Giants curse.
Yes, but the Colts to first lose the game, but then a penalty coming into play for leveraging. I still don't think that affected the kick at all.
I've been watching football for a long time. I've never heard of a leveraging penalty before.
I've heard of that a few times because of the Raiders.
I'm like, leveraging
happened. I just know it's leverage.
Because I was like, the refs really need to be investigated on this game. Because every Broncos fan, like, that I saw was like, dude, that game, the refs wanted the Colts to win that game.
See, I don't understand how leveraging is such a big penalty when it does not affect a kick.
Because that's a big difference between 60 yards and 45 yards. Because I thought it was like, neutral zone infraction, 5-yard penalty, make it a 55-yarder instead. No, you went to leveraging for 15 yards. That's a whole different ball game.
It did not affect the kick, so I don't see why that needed to be called.
Okay, but he still missed a 60-yarder. If they don't call that penalty, that's game over, and the Broncos.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It didn't affect the kick, so that should have been a loss. But I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm always happy for the Broncos paying.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Raiders fan. I mean, that's obvious, but
obviously, yeah.
But still, they did. I do think they got screwed over as an NFL fan.
Yeah, because I've never seen a leverage penalty before. I've never seen.
First time the Colts 2-0 since 2009.
I think the Panthers-Cardinals game is also interesting because
Yep,
the Panthers
they
were
came
down
back.
big in that game, and then they came back.
Is
Yeah.
it
Almost came back. Sorry.
Almost, yeah.
Is the Cardinals still a dark horse for you, Jesse?
I think they're officially awake. They're no longer a sleeping giant. They're
They
a giant. I
That's gonna
think
be
they're.
best next week.
I think they're going to beat the Niners.
Yeah, me too.
I think so.
But I
We'll
just
talk-
want to say that because, like, okay, Cardinals barely beat the Saints off a potential touchdown,
But hey,
and
they
then
won.
the Panthers somehow woke up down 27-9. We thought it was over until I was like, wait a minute, hold up.
To me, a win is a win.
Yeah, win's a
That's
win.
all.
Just
Doesn't
like,
matter how you win. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't
It's
know
a
if I
win,
really
win.
like the Chiefs game, honestly.
Well,
I
and
think we could talk about
as
Sorry.
for because I wanted to comment about this game because the Niners do play against the Cardinals next week.
Yes.
I'm kind of surprised if the Panthers can make it a close game against the Cardinals because Bryce Huff threw for 3 touchdowns that game for 328 yards. So I can see the Niners using this game as an exposure. And we also had somebody comment that game. Caroline, she was a friend of mine from college,
Okay.
but
Oh, that's who that was.
yeah. But the Panthers in a close game. That's very interesting. Like I thought the Cardinals were going to be a team that was like they were like a snake, if you want to call it like that. Not in a bad way, but like just sneaking up slowly and all that stuff. But
Sleeping giant.
oh, you could say sleeping giant. I call him a snake. But I think that game is very interesting, and like there was the only reason they won was because of a sack with 22, like with literally seconds remaining, and it's like you let a 40-year-old sack a dude, and you're like a young lineman, you can't even block that. But it's interesting because the Panthers in that game were better statistically in every category from quarterback, receiving, and rushing. So that's very, very interesting. Like
I think
Marvin
we can
Harrison
move
Jr. so far has been struggling.
Yep.
But yeah, let's move on.
I think we can move on to America's Game of the Week, a Super Bowl rematch between the Eagles and Chiefs. The Chiefs are officially in trouble, guys. 0-2 for the first time since 2014. Patrick Mahomes 0-3 for the first time since high school.
Yeah, that's honestly, as a Raider fan or as a Niner fan or a Packer fan or any fan,
Any NFL team.
This is like looking at the Mona Lisa. It is just the most beautiful thing in the world seeing the Chiefs 0-2. You guys got to admit that.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Because this is unfamiliar territory for the Chiefs. Andy Reid hasn't gone 0-2 literally since his second year coaching the team, and Patrick Mahomes has never gone 0-2 in his football career, and like you said, since high school.
Wait, second year of the Chiefs or any of his teams?
Second year of the Chiefs, 2014.
Okay.
It was 0-2.
Yeah. So 11 years was the last time they did this, and they would go either 1-1 or 2-0. And now you're in unfamiliar territory. And I got to tell you, maybe championship fatigue is getting to the Chiefs. Because
I think
you lost to the Chargers, you lost the Super Bowl rematch. And I noticed after the game, like Chris Jones, who's on the Chiefs, was like talking smack about how Jalen Hurts didn't like pass for 100 yards. By the way, he passed for 101, so he's full of crap. And he's like talking like, "Oh, you didn't even pass that." And then like Jalen Hurts, we won the game, so shut the fuck up. And it's.
Can I just say, I think the Chiefs are going to figure this out. I think they're going to figure it out later in the season.
The reason my tone wasn't like as stoked, I just know what's going to happen.
Okay, well,
I don't know if it's going to happen.
Okay.
I think it might happen.
Okay. Hold on. Raise your hand if you expected the Chiefs to win that game last week.
Wait, last week against the Chargers?
Okay, raise your hand if you thought the Eagles were going to lose to the Chiefs.
I mean, it's like
I didn't think they were going to lose to the Chiefs.
No, I thought you said the Chiefs were going to win that game.
I picked them, but I'm like,
you weren't sure though.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Actually, you know what? I predicted the score. I said they're going to win by 3,
and they did.
And they did.
So if you bet in Vegas, you would have won some money there.
Oh wait! Oh, why did you say Vegas?
It's okay. They'll always be the Oakland Raiders to me. We don't
Yep.
have to talk. They
No,
just play in the
But I mean,
jersey.
like for betting, I'm
I
saying
know.
for betting wise, not for like the Raiders.
Betting
Yeah.
wise, not the team.
Yeah, I know.
But
But
yeah. What
still.
are your guys' thoughts about this game of the Super Bowl rematch?
I just wish they should have done it later. I think this was too soon.
Like later, like
Yeah.
Later
when, like
in
week
the
14, 15,
or like maybe like 10
or like
8,
midweek.
like midweek. This feels
Okay.
too soon to do. Because unless there's something really big game that the NFL has cooked up, that we
They're
don't-
probably afraid of both of these quarterbacks being hurt later in the season, especially with all these injuries that have already happened to quarterbacks. So maybe they wanted to get it out of the way as soon as possible when both teams were as healthy as possible.
I feel bad for McCarthy, and this is rookie year. He's out with an ankle injury.
Did McCarthy get hurt?
Yeah.
How long is he out? I heard he's out for like what, 2 to 4 weeks.
Yep.
I
So
feel
who's,
bad
so who's the Vikings backup then?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, they're winning. They're winning all their games.
How is Carson Wentz still in the league?
No,
You
I
know
like
what,
that.
though? He's
Wait, I like
Carson- he's
how I
Carson
said
Wentz. He's
that.
a top
We
pick.
got crickets. No one said a word when I said the name. You're like, we're all like, who?
Like, you know what? You don't give him credit for still being in the league. He could he could potentially do very well for the Vikings.
He is horrible as a starter. Anytime you need it, he had one good season, and in that season, he tore his ACL. After that, he has been horrible. He was horrible with the Eagles after that. He was horrible when they needed him the most in Indianapolis. The Commanders, he didn't do anything there.
Okay, how many? Okay, if JJ McCarthy is out for the full 4 weeks, how many games are they going to win of that 4 weeks?
I don't think they win a game.
Oh, okay.
I feel bad. Like, as a Packer fan, this is why I hate the Vikings, because they're actually a pretty good team.
Well, because they have Justin Jefferson
And all that, but I just think even with the Darnold era, and
I don't know if you guys watch receivers, but Justin Jefferson, he's a good dude. Maybe that's
I think Carson Wentz is the most overrated, overhyped starting and backup quarterback, even more than Kirk Cousins. Because at least Kirk Cousins has led his team to the playoffs. Carson Wentz has not.
Is Kirk Cousins the most overpaid quarterback in NFL history?
Yes, he is.
How much is he making again? Like
50
this
mil.
season, he's making
50?
for not a season. He's making. Hang on.
Oh, if he's making like 50 this season alone, his agent is the greatest agent in human history.
He already has he got quarterbacks guaranteed money. He's the first quarterback to do that when he went to Minnesota.
That's crazy. But all right, what's another game?
Tampa Bay will win the division.
He signed Kirk Cousins signed a 4-year, $180 million contract. With
God, he's stealing money from
Falcons.
the Falcons. He's stealing money from the Falcons.
Yes.
He's just relaxing on the bench, having $180 million salary.
He's making $27.5 million this season just to sit on the bench.
Crazy.
But like
That is actually insane.
Kirk on the bench looked a little agitated sometimes. He wants to get out.
In order to get rid of him, the Falcons would have to take a $40 million cap hit and $65 million in dead money figure if he is released, making it difficult for the Falcons to trade him.
Broncos got rid of Russell Wilson, and they took such a massive penalty, but no issues there for them. I think they're still paying off the debt.
Yeah, they still are.
All right.
That's why he would never take a big contract, because his contract would offset what the Broncos owe him. So I think he's just going to take like $1 million, $2 million deals for the rest of his career, so he can pay.
That's crazy. Like I don't know what how the taxes work in Georgia, but he's
a rich man to do nothing, to hold the clipboard.
If you can sit on the bench relaxing in nice warm weather, you could get $180 million.
That's the thing about him. I don't think he sits on the bench.
Well, I mean, okay, maybe that's the reason why they drafted Michael Penix Jr. Because they knew that Kirk Cousins was getting old. but yet you waste your money on Kirk Cousins and draft Michael Penix Jr. and now he's a starter for the team.
Let's get to the next game.
All right, I think we can talk about the first of the doubleheader Monday night games: the Buccaneers and the
That
Texans.
Buccaneers Texas game was a real. I watched that whole game.
Knowing that the Falcons are looking promising, but Tampa is going to win the division.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Baker Mayfield's the best
What
quarterback.
games they've had through the years with Mayfield?
Yeah, no, Baker Mayfield was just going team to team struggling, but now he's finally officially found a home. And
That's the Browns. He went to from the Browns to another horrible franchise in the Carolina
he went
Panthers.
And then the Rams.
He went to the Browns, Panthers, Rams.
The Rams, that was just a short trip since Matthew Stafford
and
was
he even pulled off an upset against the Raiders when that happened.
Yeah.
When that happened,
that destroyed me.
I was pretty pissed about that too.
I wanted to cry that night.
I went for Houston, and yet it could have happened. So now Houston might be in a bit of trouble. Houston.
I think I picked
Houston. I think they're in trouble. I think.
Yeah.
Well, they don't. They don't have an offense at all. They don't have an offensive line to protect.
I think CJ Stroud is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL.
No, he doesn't have an offensive line.
Overrated?
No. He does not have an offensive line. How can you succeed without an offensive line?
Okay, but he kind of
is running for his life.
I mean, he can still run the ball, can he not?
I mean, CJ Stroud took
with the horrible offensive line where he is being pushed in the backfield every single play.
Like CJ Stroud took the Texans to the playoffs since the game against the Raiders back in 20, what was it, 14?
2020.
I know, and that's great, but now you start off the season 0-2.
Their defense is good. They just don't have enough offensive weapons for him.
Well, thing is, D'Amico Ryans, who's used to coach, the Texans are going to be more of a defensive team than an offensive team.
They'll trade for Tyreek, and then we'll see when they take on Tampa Bay.
Yeah, because what weapons does CJ Stroud have?
Nico Collins, Nick Chubb.
Nick.
Let's see.
That's not a lot.
Nick Chubb had his moments.
Scored a touchdown.
He had his moments. It's good to see.
Yeah, they play the Jaguars next week, and they're probably going to win that game. But anything else, guys?
No.
I think that game. No, but let's talk about the most disappointing game for me this week.
The game we had a watch party.
The Raiders.
I think
Raiders versus Chargers.
Game. This was a bad game, not a bad sign. This was just a bad game.
Geno Smith from the start, an interception. It just got worse from there. 3 more.
This was a bad game.
Honestly, I think that interception, was going to be the outcome of the game. I think that set the tone immediately.
But Jermaine Pratt, dude. You should. I wish you.
Geno Smith played one of the worst games of his career, throwing 3 interceptions.
Yes. He now leads the league in interceptions right now with 4.
He's thrown 4 interceptions in 2 games.
He threw 1 in week 1 and then 3 this week.
That's tragic.
And he only has 1 touchdown.
Well, even Joe Flacco's thrown more interceptions than touchdowns, which is
Has Pete Carroll ever witnessed his team not scoring a touchdown ever?
Yeah, he's had some bad Seahawks teams.
One of those crazy thing is, though, Josh Allen's only threw 2 touchdown passes in 2 games.
Wow. That is surprising, actually. How many has he run, though? Because he also runs into.
Yeah, no,
is there anyone in the chat that wants to join us and
check that momentarily.
Want to talk about this Raider game?
Well, James Cooks ran for 3 touchdowns. Let's see. Yeah, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
This was just a bad game. It was just a bad
I think the defense in the second half played really well. They only gave up 3 points in the second half.
I mean, the Raiders' defense, they're 5, 6 3-and-outs?
Yeah, he ran for 2 touchdowns also, both against Baltimore.
And then I think that is really bad when you have a 7-minute drive and you have to settle for a field goal.
Yeah. How do you go for 10 minutes on 25 plays?
Anything 10 minutes or above, it needs to be a touchdown. It cannot settle.
Yeah, you have to score. Sorry, we're not saying much about the Raiders. But join our last stream. You'll see some rage.
Yeah.
Especially by me, because I'm a normally Niner fan, but I was rooting.
I literally banged my head on.
My head is still in the closet, by the way.
Banged my head on.
It's on timeout since I threw it. It's still in the closet. I have not picked it up yet.
It'll come back.
The interception.
Jermaine Pratt, dude, if you would have picked that might have hopefully changed something.
That would have changed the whole game.
All right, guys. I think it's time to talk about week 3, though.
All right,
Yes,
week
sir.
3.
We talk about. It's time for some picks here. Starting
go.
with Thursday night football, we got sorry, I don't know why I said that. I saw the Dolphins, but I meant the Miami Dolphins taking on the
Dallas
Buffalo Bills.
That's an
The
interesting-
Dallas Dolphins.
That should
Yeah,
be
the Dallas Dolphins. Yeah.
Okay.
On Thursday night football. Jack, who are
Bills.
you taking?
Bills.
I'm on.
no
Who
question.
are you taking?
I guess we'll do a Bill sweep. Moving on.
Yeah, Drew.
You know,
who you taking?
Who's willing to say Miami to not do the
Yeah.
curve?
How confident are you willing to gamble over Josh Allen at
No.
Bills?
You know
How
when?
willing
Drew, who are you taking?
Bills.
I'm gonna go with Miami.
Yeah,
I'm going
do
for the
Miami
upset.
to avoid the
God.
curves.
I'm going with the upset. I'm picking
Or for
Miami.
the jinx.
that would be a major upset.
This would be that's just to avoid the jinx.
But okay. All right. what's the
Bengals, Vikings.
Like this would have probably McCarthy's first win if he's not
next?
hurt.
This is a tough one.
McCarthy already has a win. He won week 1.
Yeah, he won week 1.
Both teams don't have a quarterback.
I'm gonna go with Bengals because they have Jamar Chase.
But that Vikings defense, so. Wentz might not have to do much.
Wait, I think I have Vikings defense.
That Vikings defense.
I gotta bench him this week because I have Jamar Chase in my starting lineup.
Drew, who are you taking?
I got the Vikings. Jake Brown did not look good. He had like 3 interceptions in the last game. So
Wait, they still won with him throwing 3 interceptions?
He didn't throw 3 interceptions.
yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
We'll check that later.
What? Time out. How did the Bengals win? If
Wait, go up, go back up. Let's click.
yeah, I'm going to the stats because I don't see how they. I don't see them winning that game.
It's just 3.
Three picks.
Holy shit!
That's how bad he got.
Wait, he actually threw 3 interceptions?
And still won.
Oh
still
my
won the
god,
game.
he threw 3 interceptions, and you still won the game? Oh my god! How is that Oh my god, the Jaguars are so ass.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh my god,
the
that's what's good in
Jaguars-
Jacksonville. I know I got a cousin lives down there. Shout out to him, but oh my god, Jacksonville Jaguars are ass.
Wait, is that why the Bengals fans left the game? Is that why they
Oh,
left?
yeah,
Because
it
of
was
all the
that-
interceptions?
Why do you go?
They
Oh,
left.
God,
but
man.
Drew was out.
God, you're mediocre quarterback against mediocre quarterback. You know what? It's going to end in a tie. It's going to end in a tie. And
You're going
what
with
the score? You know what the
Now,
score is going to be? 14 to 14.
6-6. I think it's gonna be 6-6.
Who's the Bengals kicker?
That's McPherson.
I'm going McPherson over the Vikings kicker, so I'm going Bengals.
You know, I'm going for a tie. It's gonna be the first tie of the year. I thought
Cowboys game.
that Cowboys game was gonna end in a tie. That game's gonna be the first tie.
Y'all
that's
didn't
what
believe with the 3
Holy
interceptions.
shit.
If anybody scores over 20 points, I'll be shocked.
I mean, it might be like 20-10.
I might need to get rid of Jamar Chase, actually.
I mean, this.
Wait, get rid of him?
No, like trade him.
Trade him.
Whoa! Why?
Trade him?
What if they make a move?
I'm not going to
That's
do
what
it
I'm
yet. I'm going to see how
that's what I'm
the
saying.
next
What
week
if-
results. Okay, but
what
let's go back to predictions.
All right. Texans, Jaguars.
They battle well.
Ew.
Stroud and Lawrence.
I'm gonna go Texans. CJ Stroud's gonna get his first dub.
I'm going Jaguars.
Yeah, I mean,
If you're a team and you throw 3 interceptions and you still win the game, there's
this
no hope
has
for the
been a
Jaguars.
ride, but this has been when it comes to division games. I don't know with the Colts too, but like these two quarterbacks go at it. These two teams take it down to the wire. So
Who are you taking?
I got Jags.
Yeah.
Drew?
Okay. Yep, Jags. And I got the
Okay,
Vikings.
I'm the only one, I guess, for Texans.
All right, we have Colts all for Indiana.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm taking the Colts.
Yep, Colts. Yep.
All for
Titans don't have anybody yet. Raiders versus Commanders.
I didn't say my.
Oh, sorry.
Damn.
Sorry, Amon said we all chose the Colts.
I
Okay,
should
I
have
didn't
all
say-
for Colts.
Okay, but Yeah, Colts.
Okay. Raiders Commanders. Jaden Daniels is doubtful for this game. I think the Raiders win.
Who's the backup for the Commanders?
Marcus Mariota.
Raiders.
It's still pretty decent.
He's never beaten the Raiders.
And Austin Eckler is out for the year with the torn Achilles. I think Raiders.
Raiders.
All right.
Geno Smith will have a much more improved week.
Facts.
Hopefully.
Yes.
But I predict Debo's.
I'm a little skeptical, but I'm just going like
Rams versus Eagles.
Eagles. Screw the Rams.
Drew, who are you taking?
The Rams getting the revenge.
Eagles, because I don't like the Rams.
Good answer. Good answer, Drew.
I'm going Rams. I think Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford are killing it so far this season, even though I hate Devontae Adams. He stole money from the Raiders.
They have Saquon Barkley and just won the rematch in the Super Bowl. And they have Jalen Hurts and all those other guys. And
I'm going Rams.
You know who hasn't done anything, though, so far is A.J. Brown. That's starting to concern me as a fantasy owner.
He's probably reading on the sidelines how to be great.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. Falcons, Panthers. I'm going Falcons.
Falcons.
I'm going Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons. They look good against Falcons.
After last week,
might do pretty decent.
Bijan Robinson is going to run for almost 200 yards. I got Falcons.
I need him too for my fantasy.
You have Bijan Robinson?
In my other league that I'm in.
In our other league.
Okay. Yeah, I got. It seems like we all got Falcons.
Falcons. Okay.
I kind of wanted to go Panthers, but I'm going Falcons.
A-Rod's last stop into good old Gillette Stadium.
I got Steelers.
Steelers.
I kind of want to do Patriots.
I'm going Patriots because the Steelers' defense is ass.
Okay, but the Patriots' defense is no better.
I think I'm going Patriots.
Okay, I'm going Steelers.
Reluctantly.
Aaron Rodgers is going to throw like 2 touchdown passes. One of them is going to be to DK.
Packers Browns. Amon, you're first.
The cheese.
All right, you're going Browns, right? You're going Browns, right?
Yeah, I think he said Browns.
Joe Flacco's going to throw like 5 touchdown passes and be like old, like old Ravens Flacco.
Game if we lose.
No, Shador Sanders is going to take over and run for 2 touchdowns.
Are you going to grate the cheesehead?
Could you imagine
if they lose? You're just going to grate it. So you're going.
See, I don't take the Browns' defense lightly, but their offense is a mess.
The Browns' defense is a good enough defense.
Yeah, like Myles Garrett is like one of the best defensive players in the league.
If the Browns' defense holds enough, this could be a Packer low-score win.
Yeah, this could be a very slow-scoring win. If the Browns like defense holds, I'm like the Packers are going to win the game, but it's going to be like a 14-3 game.
Yeah, I think Packers win.
If not, it's 27-10.
Jets, Buccaneers. I'm just going to start this one. I'm choosing the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
I really want.
Don't say Jets. Let's pick the Buccaneers.
Like, yeah.
I don't get your obsession with the Jets. I don't get your obsession with them.
No, just
the Jets.
Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Wait, he's hurt also though.
He is?
I thought he was hurt. Hang on.
I don't think so. But still, I'm taking the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield's going to throw like 2 touchdowns. One of them's going to be to Mike Evans.
2 touchdowns and 4 picks.
Better happen, by the way. Because I have my other.
Yeah, Jets plan to address Justin Fields' injury concern 11 hours ago.
Address it.
He's in concussion protocol right now.
Oh, right. He got concussed, so he's out.
Carl Juszczyk's also in concussion protocol.
Who's the Jets' backup? Probably someone from the UFL.
Probably Carson Wentz 2.0 type.
I think it's someone from like the UFL or the CFL.
What the heck? Why is it giving me old?
All righty, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Next game.
I wish they
could. Chargers.
They should flex this, but they can't.
That'll be a good game.
Chargers. The Chargers defense is extremely dominant so far. Wait, can I just say, why do the Chargers start off their schedule with 3 AFC West teams?
Yeah, that's interesting.
The NFL wants them to win.
No, that's hard. Why are you going division early? That is.
So I'm glitching out, folks.
Yeah, I'm going.
You see, I'm gonna go
Chargers.
Broncos. I'm gonna go Broncos. The Broncos got robbed last week, and the Broncos have one of the best defensive players in the league.
I think this is a defensive game, but I think Justin Herbert gives them the edge. I'm going Chargers.
Okay, I'm going Broncos.
Drew?
I think it's gonna be like Jack said. It's gonna be a defensive game. I think the Chargers have just the defense. Yeah, almost the
So
Chargers.
Jesse, you should kind of be hoping that the Chargers lose this game.
I hope they lose. I don't think they're going to, though. Amon?
Yeah, Drew. I did a Chargers. Jack, Drew, are you trying to go for the Seahawks?
Yeah, fuck no.
You're going to
You're going to pick the Saints?
You're going to pick the Saints.
Oh, the
over
Saints.
the Seahawks.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me think.
I'm going Seahawks.
I mean, I could maybe do Saints myself, honestly, but
Wear your NFL hat right now, not the Niner hat.
Well, see, the Saints don't fans I don't think the Saints fans travel well though.
They don't.
They
No,
don't.
yeah.
I'm
But then
choosing
there's
the
games
Seahawks.
in Seattle and with the noise and all that stuff because I've been there. Like they're not joking about that stuff.
Yeah, facts.
Actually, I went to a playoff game like before my uncle passed away. Went to go see the Seahawks Lions playoff game, and like if you and I were sitting next to each other right now, you couldn't hear a thing. You could just
Yep.
hear cheering. But yeah, Seahawks.
Drew?
I'm not proud of picking that though.
Honestly, Saints they kept it up with the Niners and the Cardinals, but I got Seahawks.
I'm
Amon?
going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Seahawks?
No.
You're
Are you
picking the
serious?
You know what? Let them.
I'm going to do the Saints.
Don't do it, Amon. Don't do it.
I'm going to do it.
I don't know why you want to die on that hill. Taysom Hill. How about them Cowboys versus
How
the
about a
Bears?
tie game?
Dub Bears.
How about a tie game?
I'm going for the Cowboys.
I'm going Cowboys.
I'm going to-
After what
Cowboys.
happened last week,
Bears have no defense. Let's just face it.
the Bears honestly are kind of hopeless.
The Bears are the Bears.
I'm
You
going
think Mike
Cowboys.
Johnson will get fired after 1 year if they lose like most of their
No,
games? Like
I don't think so.
Okay, if they lose like 14 games, for example, which they're probably
much is
not
he
going to. Though the Niners do play the Bears this year. But okay, next game.
Next game.
Hang on, sorry. I'm just looking up Ben Johnson's contract.
I think he signed like what a 3-year.
3 or 4.
He signed a 5-year contract with
5
with
years.
65 million. Yeah, he could go
Are
0
you-
and 17. 0 and 17. He's not getting fired.
Oh my god!
Who?
And he's 0-2. He's literally
Yes.
robbing the Bears right now.
The Bears historically do not fire their coaches. They let them play out their entire contracts.
Yeah, because they're like careful with how they spend their money.
Facts.
Even if it's a horrible investment.
Yeah, even
And they should get out.
yeah. Like who was the last good Bears coach? Like what? Lovie Smith?
I thought Matt Nagy was good. He just didn't have a good quarterback.
I didn't like Matt Nagy.
I think Lovie Smith was probably with the whole Matt Cutler and Forte duo.
Wait, Lovie Smith.
Yeah, Lovie Smith. I think he did the Bears.
Yeah, he coached the Bears. I think he coached in that. Did he coach in that Super Bowl against
Bro, what
the
is it?
Colts?
Why does the name sound familiar?
Because he's a coach. That's why.
Not,
Wait, how am I blanking on Lovie Smith?
I don't know. But what's the next game?
Oh,
the game we split 50-50, so moving on.
Cardinals 49ers. I'm going
Niners.
Cardinals.
Niners. I mean, Cardinals. I don't know how you let the Panthers come back. I mean, I don't know how that happened. Like how?
Kyler Murray is going to try to run the ball a lot, but the Niners are very experienced against the Cardinals now, and now they know what they're expecting with them.
Chiefs Giants. I'm going Chiefs. I hate it, but I have to. I'm going Chiefs. Drew?
Hmm.
Drew?
I thought the Giants had it last week against the Cowboys, but shout out Brandon Aubrey, like we said. But I don't think Patrick Mahomes wants to go 0-3 to start the season, so I gotta take the Chiefs.
I was about to say, I know you're not choosing the Giants over the Chiefs right now. I know you're not doing that. Jack, who are you picking?
I mean, this is like, if Russell Wilson could somehow stay in that form,
Oh man, this is kind of tough.
I mean,
I don't care that the Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes because after what happened last week, they're gonna have the proper motivation to try to do it again at home also.
No, this is in New York.
Yeah, it's in New York. I'm gonna go.
Or New Jersey, sorry.
Well, yeah,
New Jersey.
New York, technically New Jersey. I'm gonna go. Give me one moment. I'm on. Who you going with?
I'm actually like, cause it depends. If Russell Wilson stays in that, if he can do 2 weeks of what he just did,
what's with everybody picking the New York team? The Jets and the Giants, even though they are horrible, they don't deserve it. They have done nothing for the past 10 years.
Why are you so mad? They're not even like. What you got a problem with the New Jersey?
Everybody gives them hype every
They
year.
got the best
going
pizza.
to do something.
They got one of the best pizza in America.
Yes, their football teams suck, and until recently, their basketball.
If you guys don't want to come to New York, just say the word. By the way,
I'd love to go to New York. That's the
one
place.
Right there, we'll watch this game and then we'll react.
Yeah. Okay, but who you going? I didn't say who I got yet, so
this shouldn't be a question.
I feel
it kind of is.
It feels like, think of it. Yeah, it's the Giants.
They suck.
But then again, the Chiefs don't look scary whatsoever.
They're still the Chiefs, though.
I don't care.
I feel
they still only lost by 3 points. If Travis Kelce does not drop that ball and it lands into the hands of the defender, he scores a touchdown on that play.
Okay, you based the game off what ifs, but what's the result?
And how many times?
I play games off results, not what ifs.
All right, we gotta make a decision.
Okay, all right. I got the New York Giants win this game.
I'm gonna split it. I'm gonna do it. All right, Monday night.
If that happens, okay. If the Giants actually do win this game, Jesse, you're gonna be the first person I call.
Okay. Not gonna crash out. Not gonna crash out.
No crash out, please.
All right, Lions Ravens. That's gonna be a good game.
Good game. That's the
I got
game you'll go to.
I got Baltimore winning that game.
There you go, Jesse.
By the way, that's intentional. We'll talk about it.
For the fans.
Lions, Ravens. I'm on. You start this time. Jack.
I got Baltimore. I think Derrick Henry is going to have a much better game than he had last week.
Drew.
Because he was shut down.
Yeah.
Drew, who are you choosing?
I'm gonna say I got Ravens. Yeah.
I'm going with Dan Campbell. I love him as a coach. I'm going Lions.
Dan Campbell gamble.
Mm-hmm. I think the cat. I think the cat is gonna win between the bird and the cats.
That's the Monday night game, right?
Yeah.
So wait, the Sunday night game is the Giants and the Chiefs?
Yep.
It's MetLife.
It's at MetLife.
That's interesting.
All right, before we go, Jack, any final thoughts?
Like on what we talked about, or
just what you think. Any final thoughts before we head out?
I think this is going to be a good week of football, and Notre Dame, if you screwed up, you're cooked.
Drew, rapid fire, final thoughts.
Yeah. Hopefully Notre Dame doesn't go 0-3, and we're gonna see a very good, exciting game. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Exciting football ahead of here. I mean, we got some exciting games. We'll see if the Raiders can bounce back here, have an opportunity against the Commanders, the Packers, and the Niners. Cardinals would be a good one. We'll see. Could the Giants do an upset?
Greatest upset of all time if the Giants win.
This would be the greatest upset we've witnessed this Sunday night.
And with that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. This is Around the Bay Sports. We will see you next week with our stream next Tuesday. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Next week, Tuesday, same time, 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. But if you're in the Midwest, that'll be 9 p.m.
Thank you for watching Around the Bay Sports. Please like and subscribe, and also follow and like on Instagram.